Hi and Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is SYAHIRAH binti SAZALI and my partner is Zawani binti MUHAMAD Shukri. So we are presenting DSC651 Project, and our project title is to study about depression in UiTM Tapah. Alright, so for our problem statement, we came up with a general problem statement where we want to know how many students that have been detected with the depression. So here we came up with the three objectives, which is the first one is to identify the number of students in UiTM Tapah who are diagnosed with depression. And the second objective was to study the factor of depression among UiTM Tapah students. And our last objective is to visualize the data in statistical approach. Alright, so as an overall, we use 5 types of graph to display our data on dashboard. So the first chart would be the cluster column chart that display the number of male and female respondents in each faculty. So for the second chart, it is displayed on how many students diagnosed with depression. For the second chart, we use donut chart, and for the third chart, it is funnel type, which display what type of depression that student was diagnosed. For the fourth graph, which is line graph, the data is about the overall university policy on depression in UiTM Tapah. And for the last graph, which is the fifth graph, show the factors of depression that experienced by the student in UiTM Tapah. There are 4 symptoms in that factor, which is family, friends, lover, and personal problem. Alright, now let me explain each graph one by one. So for the first graph, it is cluster column chart. So this graph shows the number of male and female respondents in each faculty. So as an overall, we have 68 respondents in total. So there are 54 female, which is the total of 14, 20, and 20. And then we have 14 male respondents. So we choose cluster column chart because we can see clearly the difference between the number of male and female respondent in each faculty. So the legend here indicate the faculty by color. So based on the data, there are 14 female respondent in faculty accountancy. There are 20 number of respondent female for FSG, which is Sains Gunaan, and 20 number of female in Faculty of Mathematical Science, FSKM. So for the next graph, we use donut graph, which display how many students diagnosed with the depression. So here in the dashboard, we can use focus mode to see clearly the graph. Alright, so since we are studying about depression in UiTM Tapah, so the most important is to know the percentage of students who diagnosed with depression. So based on the overall result, there are 25% of students who diagnosed with depression based on the gender, which is male and female. So there are 76.47% of female who diagnosed the depression and 23.53% of male who diagnosed with depression. So we move to the next graph, which is funnel display funnel chart. So let's go for the focus mode first. So in this chart, it displays the type of depression student was diagnosed. So there are the three highlighted on the top. This part shows the three types of depression student diagnosed. So with the three highest number of students. So for the first highest is major depressive disorder, which 25%. The second one is depression due to an illness, with 18.75%. And the third one is the treatment resistant depression, with 12.50%. So for the rest of type, it has the same percent, which is 6.25%. So hi, my name is Zawani binti Muhammad Shukri. So I will continue the presentation. So next is the factor of depression. So we use pie chart to display the data from 4 factors, which are family, friends, lover, and personal problems. So the turquoise color for each factor show the highest percentage. So let's see the graph one by one. So here is the factor from family. So the highest percentage is conflict. Second is finance. Third is feeling isolated. Fourth is the same percentage is death or loss and divorce. So back to report. So next factor is friends. So the highest is conflict. Second one is feeling isolated. And the third one is breakup. So back to report. So let's see lover. So here is the factor from lover. The first is also conflict, which represents 66.67%. Second is breakup, which represents 16.67%. Also same percentage with cheat, which is 16.67%. So next is the last factor is personal problems. So the highest percentage is study, which is 43.7%. The second one is personal finance, which is 25%. The third is emotional abuse, which is 12.5%. And the rest is same percent, which is mental illness, physical illness, and social disorder. So as an overall university policy on depression in UiTM, the result displayed in line graph. So let's see the graph. So based on the graph, as you can see, most of the students satisfied with the overall university policy, which is 40 students. Okay, so we back to report. So our dashboard is an interactive dashboard where we can filter our data based on our preference. For example, based on part, age, education level, and gender. So let's see if you want to filter based on part. So here we have 7 choices which are from part 1 until part 7. For example, we want to filter based on part 1. So next we want to filter based on part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6, and also part 7. So we can refresh. So besides part, we also can filter based on age. So here we have 3 choice of age which are from 17 until 20, from 21 until 24, and also 24 and above. For example, we want to choose 17 until 20. So you can choose 21 until 24. So we can filter based on 24 and above. Right, so that is for age. So we also can filter based on education level. For example, so since UiTM Tapah have only 2 education level, which are degree and diploma, so we can filter based on the education level. For example, for degree, this is all the data for degree students. So next is diploma student. So besides education level, we also can filter the data based on the gender. For example, for female. Okay, next is male. Alright, besides we can filter the data for one, we also can combine to filter the data. For example, we want to combine for male and also age 21 until 24. Right, so you can see that this is all the data that have male gender and also from age 21 until 34. So we can also filter and choose part 2. So this is all the data for part 2, which are age 21 to 34, and this is male student. Alright, we can refresh. Besides, we also can filter the data from based on clicking the graph. For example, we want to know the female data that who are diagnosed with depression. So we just click here. So it can filter the data. So here is the data who are female student who diagnosed with depression. So the rest also we can click if you want to filter. Alright, so as a conclusion, based on all the results obtained from the survey, we can find out how many students in UiTM Tapah are experiencing depression and knowing their depressed spectrum. So with this survey and the result, we hope that the top of UiTM Tapah can take action to help the students who are depressed. The top performers can hold various interesting and useful activities for the students to fill their free time so that they do not feel lonely and stressed in their job as a student at UiTM Tapah. So that's all from us. So thank you for watching and hearing. So thank you.